So we have this GFCI plug in our kitchen next to our sink. There's actually one on the other side as well. This is actually the last plug in a chain. Interestingly, it's not tied to the plug that's on the other side of the sink. It's tied to a plug that's on the other side of the kitchen. Nevertheless, I've gone down and have turned off the breaker for this. So now I can get in here and work with it. See, no power. The issue that I've been running into with this, just to kind of describe, is that you could plug things into this and you would not get anything to work. The little green light that's supposed to be on here is not turned on, so that tells me right away something's not right. The odd thing is that you could hit the test button, and then you could hit, and it would pop out, and then you could hit reset, and it would reset, and it has power to it. So I could always, get my little tester here to show that it has power to it. It's just that when you plug stuff in, it never worked. Now, often what that means is that it's not wired correctly, where you'll have, on these GFCI plugs, you have basically, I don't even know if you can see this or not, but you'll have a line and a load. Notice the load is actually taped off. I won't actually need to use the load on this particular one because it is the last one in a daisy chain. So I will only be working with the line and the ground on the bottom. So, you got the hot on this side, you've got the white wire or the neutral one over here on the side, and then the ground on the bottom. Often, if those aren't wired correctly inside there, what happens is you'll have that same symptoms that I've just had. And I can link you to a video that I found that was actually useful on testing that and demonstrating that. But in full disclosure, I've actually already had this plug out and looked at it, and it's not wired incorrectly. So that leads me to believe that the plug is bad. Also, oddly, I had one of these GFCI plugs I've had it forever actually, in my kit. So I swapped it out and it didn't work either. It's possible that plug was also bad. But what I did now is I actually went out and bought, and it wasn't white, by the way, this one is. I went out and bought another one. So this is brand new. It is the exact same style. It is a different brand, but it's the exact same style. So I'm gonna swap this out and see if that fixes the problem. So power's off, I'll get started. I apologize if the lighting is poor. I did trip the breaker, so I have basically my flashlight going here. So hopefully it'll be good enough. And I'm just replacing it with another 15 amp plug. All right, I've got this out, and you can see that it's coming in on the line. It's got hot and white where they're supposed to go. Ground actually came disconnected when I was pulling it out of the wall, so it was connected on the bottom where it's supposed to go. It just wasn't super tight. I don't think that would be the problem. Could have been, but I don't think so. So let's disconnect the hot and the neutral. Set that old plug aside. Alright, I don't think you can see this necessarily, but because I can barely see it and I have a light on here. Hot goes on this side. The white line or neutral goes on this side. Ground goes in the bottom. So you can also tell if you're unsure. Notice how that's the brass color. That's hot. This is silver. That's going to be the neutral, the other white. Let me just, okay. So, I don't feel any cracks in that casing, so around the wire. So let's stick this in here. Okay. Let's put the black one on this side over here, the hot. All right, that's tight. That's tight. And now let's do the ground. Okay. All right. All right, you can see that I've got the plug reinserted back in the wall. And you'll note no power. Well, let's do this. Reset. Well, green light. Green light usually means good. Coffee grinder works. Thanks.